Why should they come and play here?
Because it's good fun, it's good company. The clubhouse is really good.
Este campo es más divertido, es más difícil.
Es difícil, ¿eh?
Tiene muchas palmeras que se comen las bolas.
This club here is the third oldest of the Canary Islands. It started out having 27 holes, but water is a problem. So originally this course here had 27 holes, an 18-hole course and then a 9-hole par 3 course. But water is a problem on this island. The water comes from desalination plants, so water the greens and the fairways with that water. There are over 2,000 palm trees on this golf course. Maybe sometimes not so nice if your ball hits one of those. We'll see how it goes. Now, the first hole is lined by palm trees, and the interesting thing is yellow, which would be sort of for me, but it does have championship tees as well. Quite interesting. As you can see, the sand in the bunkers is this black volcanic sand, quite compact. The reason is that normal sand gets blown away here. Apparently they tried this ages ago, and then all the bunkers were emptied because the strong wind, which does happen here sometimes, just blew the sand away. So now it's this dark, compact, volcanic sand, quite playable actually. Hola.
Hola.
¿Usted es residente aquí?
Sí, llevo unos años aquí viviendo en Lanzarote.
Ah, ¿y juega mucho aquí en ese campo?
Casi todos los días.
Ah, por
Every
eso se ve también. ¿Y cómo lo compara aquí este campo de golf con otros que ha conocido?
Este campo es más divertido, es más difícil.
Es difícil, ¿eh?
Tiene muchas palmeras que se comen las bolas, pero es very nice.
Las palmeras se alimentan de bolas.
Sí, de caucho.
Bueno, muchas gracias. Buen juego entonces, sí.
Thank you.
Que se diviertan.
Chao.
Would you characterize this course here for someone who's never played here before? Why should they come and play here?
Because it's good fun, it's good company. The clubhouse is really good, but you've got to play straight.
Uh-huh. Do you find it difficult?
If you're off the fairways, yes, it's a lot of peak on.
Uh-huh.
But it's quite forgiving sometimes.
Oh, good. Well, have a nice game then.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now this seems to be a beautiful hole, the third hole, a par 5. Into the sun. Very nice. You have to overcome this black patch here, and the fairway seems reasonably wide, but again lined with palm trees towards the end. See, here you see one of the bunkers. It is black sand, black volcanic sand. It's fairly compact, but it is also sandy, which is good. The very kind manager here of the club, Esperanza, told me that the reason why they use this black sand is that the normal white bunker sand gets blown away by the occasionally very strong winds on this island. Here on the 4th hole, my watch tells me that from the yellow tees there are another 320 meters to the green, but you have to overcome this dark patch here before you get to the fairway in the back. It's not too far though. onto the fairway. And my drive could have been longer, to be honest, because this is one of the dogleg holes here on this course. There are quite a few doglegs, it seems. And now I have to go into that direction. There's a little mound there, though. Still have 230 meters to go to the green. There's also a toilet stop possibility here at the 5th tee. Now what's not so clear to me is whether this is a dog leg that goes to the right here behind those palm trees, or whether it continues straight on. Yes, it does go straight, and I'm here in the bunker, at the edge of the bunker. And that's where I have to go. Now you do want to avoid being in this kind of volcanic gravel. Sixth hole, a par 3, relatively easy, in theory at least. This is a par 4, 330 meters from the yellow tees. What I like about this course, by the way, it's that the fairways, the holes are not kind of going back and forth side by side, but they're really spread out over this whole terrain. The disadvantage is that sometimes the distances between one green and the next tee off can be quite large, so I see quite a few people using a buggy. I do. So you can walk this course. Some people do that as well, but it's probably advisable to rent a little electric buggy. The fairway here is quite wide for a change. Not too many risks, it seems. Looks nice. Now the 8th hole, a par 4. The sign just said 320 meters or something like that, but my watch tells me it's only 260 to the green. As you can see, the fairway seems reasonably wide. It bulges out towards the right here, so if you slice, then it's not too dangerous, I get the impression. But of course, it's better to be straight and not to land in this rough here before you get to the fairway. And this hole is a dog leg left. My drive was reasonably okay. I have a straight line to the green, but it seems that it's protected by bunkers. Indeed, here's the bunker, but I did not land in it. The 9th hole, clearly a dog leg here and then to the right. Let's see how this goes. So my watch tells me 320 meters. Again, a dark patch kind of in this direction and then behind the trees to the right. That looks more like it. Indeed a dog leg, so the tee box is back there somewhere. That's the buggy that I rented. Here's my ball. And there's the green. Again, protected by a bunker. The green is 160 meters away from here, so no way I can get there easily without risking to be in the bunker. Could of course try to go left here. There's enough space there. The bunker is at... I was lucky. The ball rolled past the bunker, just here between the bunker and the green. I did not hit as far left as I hoped to, but ended up being lucky. Tenth hole, a par 4. The 10th hole again lined by palm trees. Here at the green of the 10th hole, there's a bunker at the side of the fairway, which I luckily missed. But there's a straight path onto the green if you're straight, if you hit straight. And again, a very nice green. On the 11th hole, par 4, a little bit shorter. No dogleg, it seems. It's a very slight dogleg, but wide enough fairway. So the green is a little bit towards the right here behind those palm trees. Now this time I am in the bunker here, just in front of the green of the 11th hole. The 12th hole, a par 3, reasonably long, slightly uphill. This is nice, slightly uphill. Again, this rough, the green, and behind it, this barren mountain. The 13th hole, a rather straight but also quite long, par 5. Again lined by trees right and left, but a reasonably wide fairway if you hit straight. Now the 14th hole, another dogleg, and then the fairway lined by palm trees. And it's the second most difficult hole on the course. Again, this great mountain in the back, so you have to clear this rough patch, get on the fairway there possibly, and then hopefully those palm trees are not in the way, towards the green in the back there. Long hitters can of course try to cut this corner and go right onto that green patch. I was lucky because those who tried to cut the corner might meet this nasty bunker here. So this is the knee of the dog leg, and the flag is back there. Still a ways to go though, 160 meters, 166 meters for me. Too far to get there with one stroke. And it's slightly uphill too. Plus there's wind now. The 15th hole, long par 3, but it goes downhill, slightly downhill. On the other hand, there's this big patch of dark gravel again. And there's the green, plus a bunker just in front of the green. The 16th hole, another dog leg, but this distance here is quite a bit, so it's okay for me at least to hit a driver. The problem is if you go left here, there's not only the bunker, but also a ditch. I'll show you. So here's the fairway. If you want to cut corners or are too far to the left, there's this huge hole here, big ditch. You really don't want to be in that one. Well, I made it more or less to the knee of the dog leg, not a very long drive, but I can't see the flag back there. 158 meters, but it's uphill. th hole, again a dog leg, quite a big patch of gravel, but a big landing zone, and then that goes to the left. Now there's a slight breeze now, I hope you can hear well enough, and I have to play against the wind, but this landing zone is reasonably big. I'm at the knee of the dog leg. No grass here, but playable, I suppose. The flag is back there. I'm not a long hitter, so this is too far, 185, 180 meters for me to get there with one stroke. Plus it's slightly uphill and there is wind. In general, the greens here are not very big. I suppose it's also related to the scarcity of water, because of course greens have to be watered a little bit more often. But the greens are quite true, quite firm. They are not overly fast, so not too frustrating. They are often, but not always, protected by bunkers. Here on the 17th green, there is no bunker that's really in the way. There is one here at the side though, so if there's a lot of wind or you have aimed too far to the left, then you risk being in that bunker. This is nice, a par 5. So this is something that I really like, a par 5, the 18th hole. And what's really great is that you look down on the fairway and you have this big long stretch ahead of you with this par 5. That's really nice. Of course, again, there's this brown patch in the background, beyond the palm trees, the Atlantic Ocean. For some it might be a challenge to overcome this stretch all the way to the fairway, but once you're on it, it looks like a nice stretch back to the clubhouse. There's another nasty stretch of gravel between here and the flag. Think of it as a water hazard, but the big difference is, of course, that if you are in this volcanic gravel, you can play out of it. It's not a hazard. And here I am after a nice round of golf on the terrace of this very nice golf club. Not too many people here today, I must say. The front nine, when I played them, was quite busy, but then the back nine, I was pretty much on my own. This here is the third oldest golf course in the Canary Islands, and the oldest here on Lanzarote. It was opened in 1978, and at the time there were 27 holes, a par 3 course of 9 holes, and then the 18-hole course that we saw today. So my impressions of this course is it's a nice one. It's playable and not too frustrating, but you have to be quite straight. And fortunately, I'm not a long hitter, so the chances that I'll slice all over the countryside are quite low, because there are two things that can be hazardous, as you might have seen. One are the palm trees that sometimes line the fairways, and as this nice Spaniard said early on, these palm trees eat balls. And then you have these patches of lava gravel, either on the fairway, very often at the start of a green, or to the right and left of the fairway, and that can, of course, be bad. I mean, the good thing is it is possible to play out of that gravel, and it's not so good for your clubs maybe, but they are playable. And then you have the bunkers, which are also quite interesting because they are quite fluffy. So you can play a bunker shot, but it's this dark lava sand. And as I explained, that's because the white bunker sand gets blown away here on those days when there is a strong wind. The greens are not too big. They're firm, but not too fast, not too tricky. So this allows for a nice round of golf. The greens are also not enormous, possibly because if you water them, and you have to water them, then you use the precious water that is so scarce here on this island, even if it's recycled and regenerated wastewater. So this was a very enjoyable round. I can only hope that you might come back here and play as well. I will now show some drone footage because, again, from above, this course looked so nice. I mean, some drone footages were already interspersed in this video, and but towards the end of the video, I'll show longer shots from the drone, which I really liked. And as always, if you like this video or others in my channel, please press the like button, and even better, or also subscribe to the channel. That would be very nice. Those people who make YouTube videos, they really appreciate if you give them a like, if you like the video, or subscribe to the channel. That's also interesting and important.
They've been quite nice people, and if you do come, you will really enjoy. Look at the views. Look at the views.
No, it's fantastic.
The views beyond.
So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.